Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Monday, guys. It is May 6th, 2024. I hope you guys are having a pretty good day and I hope you guys had a pretty good weekend. I had a very great but busy weekend. I kicked butt, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've had to pop Excedrin, just half pills, for the past couple of days because your girl put in some work. But that yard, honey, my yard is looking so beautiful. Yeah, I'm really happy. But anyway, guys, how was GHing for you guys? Any highs? Any lows? Oh my goodness, did Sonny just did he just shut the door on Ava? I'm like, yeah, can you go get me and Miss Natalie a drink? Oh, she's just here for help. It's like, ooh. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm telling you, I think that was where my heat was. I don't know if there was heat anywhere else. Let me think. The Molly and TJ and Christina story, we already know what's going to happen. We knew that was going to be a hot mess. What else? I don't know. We're going to talk about it, guys, but please leave your highlights and your comments in the comment section. I have been rolling off you guys' comments. Please keep them coming. I'm going to try to do the comment section. I know I wanted to do it this weekend, but guys, look, I laid mulch, okay? Rock. I moved rock, put rock in a different area in my yard, okay? Your girl was beat up, okay? 51, and it felt it. I feel good, but it felt it. You know, the body's like, ouch. So I do apologize for not being able to do that for you guys, but please keep the comments going. You guys know I love your feedback. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about today's show. So it starts off at Alexis's house. And Christina is telling her mom that her and TJ are blowing everything out of proportion just because I said my baby a couple of times. And I'm like, that must have struck a chord with you because you all up and around, moving all back and forth. And really though, girl, you do know that's not your, I mean, we know it's your, but you... Anyway, guys. Alexis brings up, I know she's getting tired of people backseat pregnancying her and going on, and it's gotta be frustrating. And Christina admits that she is falling in love with the baby, which makes sense because you've never done this before and you're not a surrogate. And I feel like surrogates, these women choose to donate their bodies, and they're just donating their body, whereas they're gonna nurture the baby, so in that way that is kind of a love. But as far as like becoming like emotionally connected, I would think that the women that sign up to do that, they already know, because probably, like I said, they've had kids already, so they already know. But for a person who's never had a baby, we all knew this was going to be a hot mess, guys. Let's just be real. We all knew this was going to be a hot mess, and now we're getting to watch it. But yeah, so old girl is falling for the baby. And I mean, it is a part of me, and I'm like, yes, and this is why TJ and Molly should have went for a surrogate. This was just something. This was something for them to do. I really do think this was something to do. But she states that the baby being born and her loving it is actually a good thing. And she's not sure why everyone is freaking out about it. And I'm like, really, Christine? But then you got to think about how she's acting towards Sonny and just about everything else in her life. But anyway, Alexis is like, and that's the reason why we are concerned. Is because you don't see the concerning things. And really, Molly and TJ, TJ was always kind of concerned. I don't know, everybody's like, why is he being so harsh and everything like that? He was always concerned. The only reason why he said yes was because he wanted to make Molly happy. Now that's where he went wrong. He should have never, ever, 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 ever agreed to this. He should have said, no, I'm sorry. I'm not using your sister. If this is the only way we can have kids, then I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. I think we're just gonna have to figure something out. But I'm not doing this. But anyway, especially if he had some feelings about it in the first place. Why would you say yes to that? And you knew how you was already feeling about it, and now you complaining. That's where he looks stupid at. But anyway, yeah, I wrote in highlights, she's growing attached to a baby, and she has to give this baby away. Christina brings up seeing Molly in the park bench and, how broken she was and how much, I just came in here. I came in here to help my sister. I didn't know I was going to get all these feelings. Exactly. But, your mother tried to warn you, but you didn't want to listen. But Alexis does remind Christina that everyone, that they're all family and family isn't perfect. And sometimes we just got to give each other grace. And Christina, of course, and takes that inward and starts thinking that Alexis is asking her to give Molly and TJ grace. And she kind of is because, you is falling for their baby, supposedly. They baby. Now, that's the supposedly part. Because right now it sounds like it's going to be just yours. But Christina asked Alexis if Molly and TJ would have used another surrogate where they have been policing the surrogate this much, and I'm going to say no. Now maybe Molly, because Molly don't know this person, but TJ, because he knows this person's a professional and they signed up for this and they interviewed them and they went through all the things that they were concerned about and all the interviews, and they know, they kind of got a pretty good idea that this woman understands that this is a financial matter, not a love, not I just wanted to bless some, well, that too, bless somebody's family, but this is a financial transaction, honey. Are you gonna pay me and you're gonna pay my hospital bills and all of that, but like I said, this is why they should have used a surrogate, because a surrogate knows their place. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but it's real. They are an incubator. It's a horrible word to call a woman. That really is. But that's what she's doing. She's incubating this couple's baby so that they can have a healthy, happy baby. And since she's a mom and she's been a mom, she knows what to do, knows how to, she knows how the body responds. She's not going to get all upset or excited or put herself in situations because she's been a mom before. So she kind of knows this thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm pretty sure if Christina had been older and had kids already, and this was something she was doing for her sister, I'm pretty sure that could have happened. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have had an issue, because then she would have been able to be like, all right, I already got kids. I don't need none, okay? I'm going to push you out this one and then we good, right? Don't you ever ask me for nothing else again. And I even had discussed this with my siblings about us doing that for each other, and we'd all agree that would be not an issue, especially since we all have kids. So it's like, here you go, you don't want no more anyway. Shit. But Alexis tries to smooth things over, and all I'm saying is, Alexis, you smell the smoke. Christina heads out and Diane comes over and they discuss this uphill case battle. And Alexis is talking about some kind of graham cracker dough. And I'm like, girl, you don't even cook. And she talks about the only thing she has in her kitchen is an aspirin. I said, that sounds about right. But it's an uphill battle, her getting her legal license, and Diane's like, well, you don't think you thinking about stopping this? You don't want to do this no more? And Alexis is too wrapped up into her daughter's problems and what's going to happen in the destruction of her family, which Diane politely tells her, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't have any clue what's going to happen. Though legally, that contract they signed ain't worth a damn dime. And Alexis is like, yeah, they know, and I told them. But she does Diane does give Alexis some good info, and we know this is about to play out. This is what's going to happen. Diane just mentioning the fact that that Alexis should not be representing and providing her daughter's legal advice, because it's going to backfire, because she's going to basically be taking the baby from one of her daughters, and the other daughter's going to be hurt. So stay out of it. Let them deal with somebody on the outside. That tells me right then and there that that's actually going to happen. That's what we're looking at, is a possibility that there's definitely going to be some legal action behind it. And I hate that shit. I hate it. I wish they would have used another story because this is kind of corny. But anyway, we're gonna move over to the park where we got Natalie and Blaze. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Miss Eva is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, that woman looks good. Okay? She is a mature senorita, and she is fine. Okay? Senora, I forgot what they call mature women, but she is beautiful. My goodness, is she beautiful. But they discuss building Blaze's brand and being a full being and it being a full-time job. And I can already see that Blaze look like she already tired of this. She already like, because they're talking about a designer that her mom got her set up with, and she's like, yeah, but she's not gonna dress me when I'm just doing my own thing and I'm just hanging out with me and my boo. I don't need her. And her mom's like, oh no, she has to dress you for everything. Your brand. You're always going to be in the public eye. And woo woo woo. And I'm like, so then, how do you really think this keeping her relationship in a secret's gonna? No, you don't think it's gonna work. You're hoping. Natalie's hoping that this blows up Christina and her. But anyway, Natalie complains about Brooklyn focusing on her wedding and not Blaze. And I'm like, girl, and me and Blaze was like, girl, if you, just because you is an unhappy, unmarried or widowed or divorcee, or I can't remember what she is, but just because you hate weddings don't mean everybody else has to. And can you please choose a better reason to complain? Better reason to complain. I mean, anything better than what you're saying right now. Anything better than what you're saying right now, because you ain't been doing too great yourself, Mom. Just saying, she has not been doing too great herself. But anyway, then she starts complaining about the guitarist and saying how horrible it is and how they're not going to release the single if he's going to be, no, this is not going to work. Only to be pushing the guitarist down so that she can put Blaze's brother, whom I'm guessing we are going to see pretty soon. Eloy, is that what his name is? Eloy. I think the name was Eloy. Yeah. Which left the music business because of the stress of his possessive mother. And I'm like, I'm surprised Blaze holding on. Now, so they have mentioned a brother for Blaze, and this brother took off from the scene because of Natasha, most likely. And just not wanting to have, not this dream being too much, him wanting to have his own life. Just him wanting to have his own life, him not wanting to always be in the spotlight, which makes sense. Now, are they going to bring Eloy onto the screen? They mentioned his name. Normally when they mention a name, that means they're bringing a person. Now this got me to thinking. And y'all let me know what y'all thinking. This you know how I be doing. Adam. Remember Adam? Was it Adam? Creepy Adam? What was his last name? Joshua Bernard? Yes, Joshua Bernard. Joshua Bernard plays the guitar. Yep, he does. And he's pretty good at it. He plays. I think he learned by ear. I'm not gonna lie. He might be trained, but I think he learned by ear. I think so. But is this how they're going to bring Joshua Bernard back on the screen? Is he going to play their brother Eloy? I don't know. I'm just interested because there was all this all this soap talk about the possibility of Eloy and not Eloy. I'm already putting him with Trina, and I'm putting Eloy with Trina already. But of Joshua and Trina, or yeah. So are they gonna recycle Joshua from Adam? From creepy college guy, Adam, and then to a guy who almost unalived himself because he wanted his music, Adam, and to this guy now who doesn't want to play his music but loves music because his mother and the world destroyed it. I wonder if that's how they're going to bring Mr. Joshua Bernard back. Are we going to get a different cast name? Y'all let me know in the comments. But they kept mentioning the boy's name, and it just kept coming. His name kept showing up, and I was like, oh boy, I think we're about to get a new classmate. But because they normally don't mention a name unless they're bringing him in or he's gonna have some part of the play. But anyway, where was I at? Natalie thinks she can bring him back, and Blaze like, nah, mom, and wants to understand why she just isn't enough, because she's actually choosing to be in the music industry, and you still ain't happy with her. But it doesn't matter, because she's not Eloy, and Blaze just walks away because she's like, you're not hearing me. Because she's like, well, I just don't like it, that fact that he's wasting his talent, and this could really be a big break for him, and he could really did it. And Blaze is like, we're talking about me right now, not about this. See, this is where you're going. This is, he don't want to be, he don't want this. I do. Can you focus this on me? I think that's why Blaze agrees to a lot of what her mom says, is because she wants her mom's approval. She really does, in a big way. So we're going to go over to Sonny's penthouse. Yes, guys, I'm laughing. I titled this, Ava Gets Served a Cold Dish by Sonny. So Sonny's mad at Carly for not letting him see Donna, even though he's taking his meds. And her showing up to her home like it's still hers, that pissed him off. And if anybody else do it, I wouldn't be dealing with it. And I was like, yeah, you still digging Carly. You still digging Carly. Ava just is like, she just doesn't have any respect. She doesn't have respect at all. She just really Ava really thinks, let me get through this. So Sonny's like, no, she doesn't. The hell with Carly Corinthos. What was her? What? First it was my wife. She's probably with Jason, my wife, Jason. They've probably been in love forever, Jason. I'm gonna tell you right now, Sonny had a little green eye envy, and that green eye envy came back. And I'm thinking that's why he wanted to not know who his family was when he was in Nixon Falls, because he felt like not only did she betray him, but everybody else did. When they were like, I feel like Sonny, everybody being at the wedding too for Jason and Carly. Yeah, he got the green eye. And when he went over that cliff, it was really deep in his subconscious. And when he went over that cliff, it came out as to Mike. I don't want to know my family. I'm going to fuck my wife's enemy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe subconsciously this was him getting back at Carly. Y'all let me know. Because Carly Corinthos and my wife, and Jason. So obviously there's a lot more going on with Sonny than what we let known in. And then Ava and me are both looking at Sonny like, excuse me, you do mean Carly Spencer? He's like, oh, what? That's the only thing you heard? That's the only thing you heard? Huh? I was like, yep. That right there. It was just a slip of the tongue. You've had several slips of the tongue, Mr. Maurice, Mr. Sonny Corinthos, when it comes to the ex-wife Carly Corinthos. You've had Caroline. Ava tries to throw shade on Carly. Talking about she's pushing buttons and she's acting all entitled when she ain't even the wife, and she's still walking up on here. Okay, guys, I just want to say this was the day Sonny decided to humble Ava a little bit, because it was big and humbling. He like, well, to be fair, Carly does know about my condition, and she does know when something's not right with my medicines. And she was always about the levels. So it's like there's a part of him, Sonny, that's trying to crawl out of the craziness that's in his head right now. I really do feel like he's trying to crawl out of it. He knows he's slipping. Some parts of him knows he's slipping, but it feels good. The rush feels good. And he feels like he's in control, and he's not. That's what's scary. Bipolar, the highs, such a big lie. You're really crashing, slow burn and crash. But anyway, but he hates being treated like a child by her. And I think this stems into what's making him go back into the chaos world, is the whole entire thing she did with the Dex, and not telling him about Dex in the beginning, but using the Dex to spy on him, basically, or to treat him like a baby, to look after him. He don't appreciate that, and you can see these are the things that are truly bothering him. But because he's not on his meds and he's probably hasn't been on a very long time, he's not grasping things reality. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't think Sonny was on the right dose since Nixon Falls. I just don't. I mean, he's showing, if we're going to talk about him being crazy acting, you remember when Carly was just like, well, I need space. I need space. I need time. I love you. Yes, I want to save our marriage, but I need space. You got to give me some time, Sonny. And he wouldn't give her. He's like, no, I'm not taking no time. I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'm going to keep doing that. And Dante and everybody's like, no, Dad, I think you need to give Carly some time. No, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Yeah. He wasn't listening. He was acting like he was having a manic situation then. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play that. But I'm sorry, I don't think Sonny's been himself since he got back. He just hasn't. He's been irrational. And if you got rewatch that time, Carly was trying to give him like, come on, I just need it. And then how he just jumped in the bed with just Nina just like that. It was. Anyway, let me get off of that ponytail. Where was I at? Ava tells him that Carly just don't know him anymore, and just tells him, maybe you just need to relax. You know, you had a hard day. And Sonny mentions getting his levels checked so he can throw the results in Carly's face. So like I said, I feel like there are some parts of him that's saying, I know something ain't right. 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 I need to get my levels checked. I need to see what's going on. Maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. But then the chaos comes back in. And it all goes away. But when he said, I need to get my levels checked, Ava was like, oh shit, I'm about to get busted. Ava reluctantly agrees, but Sonny changes his mind. Of course, like, you know, that's what the disease does to you. And Ava says something about not needing Carly's approval. And Sonny says something about Carly being with Jason now. And she's probably with Jason right now. And he's just so mad and jealous. He got to take a walk. I mean, he is got the blue eye for that one, man. Anytime a person's that angry, that's either narcissism or crazy love, honey. Either or both. Anyway, Ava wants to go, but he's like, no. I just need some time alone. Ava don't know when to stop. See, she gets off on going off on Carly and whittling on Carly and trying to break her down. And there's a lot of Sonny that's still fighting that. He loves Carly, and he trusts her. That's why he brought back and says, well, to be truthful, she knows. Carly knows about this. She knows about my level. She knows about when I'm going up and down on my bipolar. She knows if my levels ain't right. This would have been the time when Ava, instead of needling at Sonny, to be like, you know what, Sonny, you're right. She would know. And I think we should take it serious. I do. I think we should. I wouldn't have even left it alone. I said, well, I want to take it serious. You're here with Avery. I want you to take it serious. I want you to really get this looked at. Maybe there's something we're not missing. You know what I'm saying? There was so many times that she could have saved Grace, but she didn't. That's why she got what she got. So who runs into Natalie at the park? Sonny runs into Natalie at the park. And she grabs her bag and she's like, oh. And he's like, you and your bags are safe. Ain't nothing in that bag that can fit me. And she was like, well, you ain't never needed nothing, you know, no clothes. And, you know, you always look good. I was like, okay, I seen it. The only thing I really would love this Sonny and Natalie thing, if Sonny wasn't so rapid right now and going crazy, if he was his normally Don self, and you see a little bit of it when he was sitting down, he started laughing like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if he just would be him, oh man, Natalie would have been eating out of his cup already. But anyway, they discuss the daughters, and Sonny brings up Carly, his ex, and tells Natalie about how Carly helped him. And he doesn't say her name. He just says his ex-wife helped him get his diagnosis for his bipolar. But when Natalie mentions, you know, that she sounds like a good person, he's like, nah. She's trying to use it against me to keep me away from my daughter. Control the narrative. Natalie tells him he is brave for discussing his bipolar, and as so far, what I've seen from Natalie is she'll sit there and say something like that, but then she'll turn around and use it as a negative later. So I wonder if Sonny's confession about him being bipolar is going to come back some way to Blaze. And as far as him confessing that, well, you don't want that to be attached to you. But anyway, Sonny offers refreshments, and I'm thinking he's talking about the Metro or the Bistro or any tro or the place that the sunshine serves somewhere. No, he ain't talking about that at all. You know what he talking about? He talking about home, his penthouse. I'm like, what? What, bro? Do it, Sonny. And what did he do? He did it. Oh, fuck me. And what does he tell Ava? What does he tell Natalie about Ava? Oh, she's just the help. It's just like, what, nanny? And Ava's like, I am no nanny. No, you just a baby mama who thought you was somebody more than who you were. Now you need to go sit on the same couch that you set up for Nina and sit your butt down there. You and Nina need to go sit on that couch together, because once again, y'all ain't her. Who's her? Carly Corinthos, like he said. Yeah, guys, I know y'all gonna be talking mess to me. I don't care. And yes, before somebody says, Brenda's his true... Brenda ain't here. Brenda ain't here, boo. Okay? Anyway. Where am I at? Where am I at? When Ava mentions, though, Ava had one moment where she's like, because Sonny is introducing Natalie to Ava, and she's like, oh, Blaze, Christina's girlfriend. And Natalie's like, bitch. Girl, you better get used to that. You better get used to that, because that's what your girl doing. That's what your daughter doing. That ugly face, you're going to have to let that go. But anyway, Sonny offers to open the 25-year-old scotch, and Ava offers to grab it, and Sonny's like, oh, yeah. Can you pour Natalie a cup? Because she likes her whisker scotch sometimes. I'm like, yep. Ava's catching that shit like, this motherfucker. Sorry, Ava. You can't seal the deal either. So Sonny and Natalie discuss the music biz, and Ava walks up looking like a third wheel with her drink. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? You really thought you were that woman? Sonny tells her, don't you got some calls to make for the gallery? Turns around and looks at her like, don't you got something to do? Get my Mac on. I could replay that scene over and over and over again, and it will get just as good. It will be good each and every single time. And I love me some Ava, don't get me wrong, but she deserved that, boo-boo. She deserved that one. Trying to come at... That's what you get for trying to come at Carly, thinking you were somebody. You just found out who you were. Anyway, Sonny asked Natalie about updating, adding a woman's touch to the penthouse, because she's admiring the view, and oh, it just looks so nice, and oh, this is so cozy. He's like, yeah, this, I've been thinking about updating, putting, little touches here and there, this place could, use a woman's touch. It's just like, what about Ava? He says, oh, Ava? Me and Ava are not. We're not like that. I was like, oh, and you see Ava, she in the background. Crunch, crunch, crunch. All that swagger you threw at Nina, now you have to eat that. Because just like you told her that about him not knowing her and all that other stuff, I guess that same thing applies for you. Your name ain't CC. Carly Corinthos. Go sit in the back seat with Nina, honey. Because that's where you belong. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And like I said, the crow came back on her for, her and that Nina situation. But anyway, we're going to mosey on over to Anna's office. Oh, guys, I don't know. That Chocolate Bennett is so fine. He fine, honey. I can just look at him. And y'all see, he's on here a lot more. He's more recurring, almost. Jordan. Yes, him and Jordan. All over the place. On the desk, on the floor, and some more, and some more. That. Not Brick. And definitely not Long Neck Ryan. Sorry, Drew. Chocolate Bennett. Anyway, they talking about, they're having a meeting, talking about the long work day, and Anna has decided to move out of the Metro Court and start looking for an apartment, which I think it's about time. Especially since she ain't got a psycho trying to break into her house, Meanwhile, Sam. I need to stop calling this Sam's penthouse. I can't call it Dante. It don't feel right. But Dante and Sam discuss Dante's concern about being a cop, and I'm like, oh, here we go with this storyline again. I'm sorry, guys. I know we don't know what to do right now, but could we have not rehashed this? I don't want to see this again. I don't care about this. He does this every time his dad gets into some serious beef, and he does this every single time. It's clockwork. It's clockwork, and then him getting shot too. That really adds fuel to the fire. And he's worried about what Dex could say about his dad. Well, Dex already said something about his dad, so they ain't did nothing, so I would just calm down and see what's going on. When Dante brought up that the Dex situation with the other cops and compared it to him, I had to agree with Sam. First of all, bruh, you was a cop before you knew Sonny was your father. Secondly, bruh, you've had time and time again to prove yourself to these cops. They've seen you arrest your daddy. I don't think that was the first time you arrested your daddy. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's not the first time you put your dad in handcuffs. They know you. So I thought that was a little flimsy when he used that one. Dante feels the cops probably don't trust him, and I'm like, okay, this is another one that they're just throwing out in the air because they don't have anything for anybody to do because they're thinking about it. Because, dude, all those cops that were, and Sam brings it up. Are you serious? You mean all the cops that were there donating blood? Yeah, okay. Dante tries to simplify it, but there is no simplifying it, Dante. You just say you don't want to be a cop no more. Sam tells him she's worried about him being a cop, but knows he loves it, but supports his idea of giving up the badge. Because she's like, every time, she said, anytime you come in his house and say you want to give that badge, I'll be the happiest person in this world. Huh? He don't have to be having a badge to get hurt. He can get hurt just simply his father's Sonny Corinthos. And I almost want Dante to go like into the work field so Sam could really feel the angst of, oh my God, I'd rather have you being a cop. I left Jason because of this. And guys, can she stop plumping her lips? I'm sorry. If this girl gets any more Botox and plump it, Sam, you are a beautiful woman. You do not need that crap. Will you stop it? It's hard. It's distracting. It's distracting, guys. It's really distracting. Okay? But anyway. But I guess women do what you do. It makes you feel good. That Botox is killing it, though. I mean, them lips. Dante heads to Anna's office to tell him about his concerns about, Dex and talking about his dad. And of course Anna's like, well, what did he say? And she's like, well, he didn't say anything, but he's going to come back again. And because of this, I just don't think that I can be a cop. So he hands her his resignation letter. And Ava declines it in hopes that he would have come to the same conclusion as she did when she talked about, the Robin story. I'm like, Anna, that is not the only reason why you and Sonny became close. If you don't stop it, girl. If you don't stop it. The only reason, no. So that was the only reason because of Robin, that you had your size pajamas at his house with matching house shoes. Okay, girl, you need to cut it. I so wanted him and Anna to smack boots just one time. But anyway, she was talking about the debt being paid in full, like, hoping that Dante would be the same. And Dante's like, I'm not there yet. And I was like, Dante, that's because you don't have any debt. That's your dad. What debt do you owe your dad? You're a good son. You keep your nose clean. I honestly feel like Sonny is happy that Dante is a cop. He's proud of his son being a cop. He ain't proud of the cop situation, but he's proud of his son's, a man and taking care of and protecting his family. Anna asks, Anna did hit Dante up with some good punches, though, when she said, how are you going to avoid dancing with the devil, that is your father, and having you do something for him? That badge, when that badge is his only protection. And what I wrote, she didn't say that about dancing with the devil, but I like that part. Anna asked him, how is he going to avoid dancing with the devil, that is his father, when the badge is his only protection? How does he justify refusing his father? And Dante brings up, because I'm a man, I can tell him no, and I can put up boundaries. And it brings up another good one. Come on, dude, boundaries. That shit blurs, and we all look at Laura and Charlotte. Look at Laura and Charlotte. Laura and Charlotte put blinders on when it came to her grandbaby. And she put up. How are you gonna? You're gonna do the same thing with your dad. Eventually, it starts off with one thing, and it just gets bigger. And the next thing you know, you're compromising yourself in every single way into the life that is your father's, and she doesn't want that for him. So she says, I'm not taking your resignation. So that's going to be interesting. I still think that Dante is going to resign, but I do agree with Anna. How are you going to justify saying no to your father? Because you had the badge protecting you, now you don't, and she was right. You need this badge to protect you, just like she told Dex that he needs the badge to protect him. But I still don't think Dex and cop, this doesn't look right to me. But I'll move along. I'd rather see him go back to the military, but I forgot he got dishonorable for something else. One scene that I didn't spend a lot of time on, and I apologize, guys, because I forgot all about it, but when I seen it as I was wrapping it up, was the Molly visiting Christina and apologizing about the morning breakfast and that she had talked to TJ, but they agreed to disagree about Sonny. And I agree with Molly. She's an ADA. She can't let her feelings towards her sister, her feelings for her sister, or her feelings for her uncle get in the way of her job. I do think it's not right that Anna tries to horse-noggle her into this whole entire situation. I think that's a bunch of hookiness. But anyway, and Christina's right too. That is also my father, and I'm going to never grow up. So I think that's it, guys. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, I apologize. But you guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out with me. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Mwah! Have a good night.